And SoCal, or Leo, no stranger to SoCal. I mean, obviously, especially back in the Smash 4 days and early Ultimate days, there used to be a ton of majors with 2GG, and Leo would make a bunch of trips, especially with Big Boss as well, to come out through all the different locals as well. So really cool to see Leo back out here in SoCal doing his thing, the GOAT of Ultimate here. See how this matchup will go. Usually, Leo loves to go with Joker against these space animals. Falco going to be the very heavy combo-orientated space animal here.
Everyone's been talking about, like, at the beginning, I was like, Falco's not that good because of the lack of neutral. But then as the game kind of progresses, that punish game became such an important factor. And Nexus has been one of the ones practicing it with Leo. Once again, in this kind of neutral game, I've expected this laid back, especially the usage of the guns and just such good and slick movement.
Oh yeah, Leo always moving and grooving with this Joker. Tried to go for the Rebels guard, we saw it, but Nexus coming out with the grab. Almost gets the drag down into the up tilt reset, but Leo able to barely bring out the shield. Offstage situation here, no jump. Doesn't pull the trigger, misses the dash grab. Now a great situation here for Nexus.
In prime position for that dare as well. Like you said, Charles, perfect situation, and now all of a sudden, I think Nexus is doing a good job. Leo recently with Joker that I've been seeing, a lot of Rebels guard action, but easily counterable. It is a nice little opportunity to get that grab, and Nexus turning up the heat, popping out the Arsene on the next stock and try to aim for that dare. I love this movement, but you got to be careful that Arsene's out, and if you take it soon, then you have to deal with it on a fresh stock.
Yeah, and I mean, if Nexus just gets one opening, he can drain the entire meter. Tries to go for that risky illusion. No punish on that in shield. And
nice.
Great DI in coming out from Nexus to make it a little bit awkward to get the drag down. But Leo, with the reaction, just going for the straight back air to punish the DI in there. Love the different adjustments we're seeing from both players.
Yeah. That's like the #1 thing. Most people would just get the hit, single hit, and they just go instantly for an up smash of some sorts. But you got to hit confirm and make sure you're reading exactly what you got to do. But the side special, you talk about how risky you are. We call it the Nexus special at this point for how many times. And sometimes it's the 50-50. It's either the Ryan Kaplan comes out or it's the Nexus. And depending if it lands or not, it's really up to there. But great usage of the tomahawk. Not a lot of Falco players, you know, kind of go for it. It's really awkward seeing like a full hop, but the distance seems to work out, and Leo just needs to be so careful just holding onto the stock, and the up smash is in the wrong direction.
Man, that was a great up smash in that scramble. I think Nexus playing the scrambles very well here, playing very patient, is able to get back on the stage as well. We haven't seen too much crazy edge guards coming in from Leo just yet here. Nexus really utilizing the platform, the movement here. Falco definitely going to have one of the better air dodges, directional air dodges compared to the other spaces, but Leo going to sink the ledge trap, going to get the back air.
I think one of the most important parts is that, I think you've brought it up before, is that Joker is so good within this neutral game that you rarely have to shield on the defense. You're able to just kind of use your maneuverability and the footsies. And it's exactly what we kind of saw in that little exchange until Nexus lost the stock. And now the nightmare situation of Arsene being out, and you're just a few interactions from potentially just losing your stock straight up.
Nexus getting back to center stage, even rolling towards center stage as well. Really doesn't want to deal with this Arsene back air off stage. The forward tilt is not going to be enough, but it's going to force the double jump. No, gonna, he needed the angle there. Nexus not going to connect it. I don't know if the double jump was used there. Maybe Nexus was trying to hold on to it, but nonetheless, not going to hit the angle, and Leo just cleaning up that last stock with the off-stage edge guard. We talked about it earlier. I think Nexus played the first couple stocks, did not get edge guarded, tried to really maintain that center stage, but Leo was able to win the neutral, get Nexus into that position, and sink the game into his favor.
Yeah, Nexus gets a little antsy in some of them when the up smash doesn't land. Like the first one, it was like kind of real close, but then the second one just got instantly like whiff punished by Leo, leading to that whole sequence of events, and Rebels Guard gets the tick down, and Leo just chasing Nexus down to the corner.
Getting a little bit more aggressive with the air-to-airs here. Now Nexus with the trade, and that is going to be the stock there. Tried to go for a ledge drop, double jump forward air. Got like the weird trade, and maybe thinking, hey, I'm going to need to get back on the stage, I need a shield, or maybe thinking like, hey, I need to tech the stage. A lot of those weird scramble situations, you get that directional air dodge off stage, or that illusion. And since Nexus did not have the double jump, was not able to make it back to the stage here. Now Leo in a prime position to go up 2-0 in this set.
You're already down a stock, and then Arsene comes out. It's just such a demoralizing feeling, especially off an SD. That was kind of awkwardly brought out there. Nexus just trying to go for these attempts, and geez, the up air after the dare. Quick cleanup, and Leo in such a prime position against Nexus. An attempt on a little footstool, I like the action, but trying to finish the stock off, does so almost.
Oh, but the Rebels guard, almost every single counter feels like going to connect here with or without the Arsene for Leo. There's the dash back, the footstool gun, but the ceiling coming out from the platform. Now Arsen's out. Gonna be able to, not gonna stay on the ledge there, respecting the side special.
Oh no.
You really want to try to abuse that Arsen up B. Gonna be not as much mix up as the tether up B.
Nexus is so scared. Like how many times you're able to just keep this pressure up. Finally, the Fair is able to come in a little bit of the counter action to try to get the reflection on the projectile, but trying to force it. This is a re-grab, so that will finally be a punish. Nexus can make this comeback happen, but against a consistent player like Leo, it's such a difficult ordeal. And Charles, I don't know. It's the question that I'm posing, and I'm afraid that Nexus might not have the answer to it.
Yeah, we'll see how Nexus goes about this comeback. I mean, you can take the bigger risks, try to get the bigger rewards, or you can just really rely on your fundamentals, play everything nice and safe here. Goes for the fake ledge trump. Is going to drop the shield here. Now Leo having so much damage on the Nexus. Tries to get the up smash, tries to take that risk, not going to connect. Would have drained so much meter. Now you almost have to play pretty much perfect from here on out. The back air, no, not even the forward are going to connect after that up tilt. Too much rage. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be so hard in that situation because you have so much rage, so some of your confirms going to be a little tighter of a window, right?
I mean, that was also like, I think that was the first drag down that worked out. Every single other time, Nexus just kind of got grabbed out of the shield and just led to this huge punish sequence. And these burst options, like, that's kind of the unfortunate part being upon. You have to take these huge risks, and it just kept not working out in Nexus's favor. Like, there we go. Finally got the drag down. And you talked about the rage just kind of affecting out there, which is a little too much. And then the quick counter, Metricon was able just to work out for Leo right before the meter ran out, too.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think Leo is doing an incredible job of getting these Rebel Guards, getting these counters, knowing exactly when Nexus wants to go for something like an up tilt. I think with Falco, you can get combos off of grab, but the moneymaker is going to be that up tilt, right? So Leo doing a really good job of knowing exactly when and where Nexus wants to go for these offensive hitboxes.
And wow, great usage of the aerial and the drag down, following out Nexus, but quick to try to get a counter action to this, but the Nair and the aerial, the side Bs so far for Nexus have been working. Let's just forget about what happened in game number 1 when the forward tilt kind of set up for that whole, you know, edge guard sequence. But in the little bit of the mixing, tries to get a little bit of a drag down, but too many of those hits will not cause that one to happen. And Leo and Nexus, no, that's a burn air. That's gonna be a huge situation. Just get shot, bird shot out of the sky.
Dang, and not even going for the counter there. Yeah, Nexus not going to be in the best position. Falco does have quite the good double jump, so you are able to get close enough for the Firebird to connect here.
Oh,
there's the up smash. I like that. Probably covering multiple tech options there. Maybe also covering tech roll in, but nonetheless, does connect. Even stocks here. Going to get a down tilt combo starter offstage situation.
And I love how aggressive Nexus is when Leo's off stage, just trying to exploit out using the tether recovery. But Leo's just doing a fantastic job, just kind of counteracting it. And finally, the Nair out of shield. It does connect. We really need to see the string come in, and finally the punish after the Rebels guard does look kind of awkward when you're just holding it out on there. No spike on that one, rage to the side switch, but it doesn't connect.
Yeah, not going to go for the ledge drop double jump there as well. That's something that we saw Nexus go for in game 1, was able to connect it as well. Going to play it a bit more safe. Getting that high recovery, nice forward tilt. Tries to get the back air, goes for another ledge trumpet. Leo with the ledge roll. Going to cover with the Nair, but the follow-up not going to be there.
I'd like to see Nexus try to go for like a feint, like maybe just kind of jumping in the corner, faking in there, and just reading the buffered option. Usually it's a roll because a lot of people just want to preemptively go for a tech just in case. But nice movement from Leo. No punish after the fair, however, and Nexus just opting to hold onto the platform in the center stage as the movement kind of comes in, threatening the drag down, and Nexus just fishing for it, but that's the Nexus side special. Doesn't get punished, however, and now all of a sudden it's a scramble, and Nexus does not want to lose that one, but so many missed opportunities that could lead into disaster, Charles.
Yeah, Nexus barely surviving here. Would like to see a bit harder punishes, not going to be able to make it back from the Firebird. And yeah, I mean, some of these Rebel Guards are just not going, they're not being punished in terms of getting the KO. At this point, you know, the percentages might be so high you want to just fish for something like a down tilt after getting Leo to maybe 140, 150%. But during this time, Leo is just racking up this damage. Tries to go for the double gun, the up air, also going to catch that high recovery. Look at how much damage the Rebels Guard as well. My goodness, Leo guessing right every single time. Gets to trade the down air, great angle, but Nexus needs to get this stock, needs to wipe this Arsene, but the back air comes through, and Leo with the 2 stock here. 3-0 for Leo.
Surgical precision. It just seemed like every single game, just kept getting worse and worse as Leo just got more reads after more reads after more reads. And I mean, the cherry on top, literally just a jump call out, knowing that Nexus is just getting really desperate. And I was expecting it's going to be a side special, or is it going to be just like a raw jump in? And Leo just kind of covering it all, and that was a beautiful second stock.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think Leo, there's certain momentum strides that Leo gets with Joker, especially, I mean, even that last Rebel Guards there. He knows exactly how to make it feel like, oh, okay, your only out is to mash in these certain scenarios, right? And then just getting the Rebels Guard. But we are going to swing it on over to some ad slides here. Thank you to everyone that make this event possible. One of those being Combo Devils, the next generation of platform fighters, is here. This game, I've played it myself. Very fun. There's a lot of skill expression. The combo system, very fun, very interactive. Mix of, you know, FGC plus platform fighters. When it comes to the combo game, and the movement is the best part about it. Just feels very slick, very nice.
Yeah, really hard to kind of, you know, juggle specials and EXs within like a platform fighter, because we've seen attempts at it, you know, for better or for worse. I think that's the best way of kind of describing out there. But Combo Devils, they had a little stand yesterday, was able to watch it out. I think they're still out right now. So if you are at this event, you will have the chance to go ahead and play it out there. They're very welcoming, they're very happy, and very open to the community, which is, you know, which is probably why they receive such a positive reception and seen at so many of these events.
Yeah, make sure to wish list it on Steam. That's what helps them out the most.
Oh, man. All right, but I think the most important about this one, well, first of all, if you don't know, and sorry for spoilers if you didn't watch it, congrats to Gen.G. They did win MSI against SK Telecom 1. They won T1 in the semifinals with in Game 5. And then T1 brought it back in losers.
Crazy.
And then they won again in a Game 5 situation for Grand. So they're able to take the W. Congrats to them, proving it out on there. And they're one of the biggest reasons why we're actually able to host this event here with Gen.G, and as well as the SoCal McDonald's. Thank you so much for these. It's really important that we get these kind of sponsors, you know. They bring us such huge opportunities. And as well as the fact that they offered to cover venue, got to show off the code on the mobile app.
Yeah, and I mean, just waiving the venue fee of $35, so that's a huge shout out to the community. So a lot of players actually able to come out to this event pretty much free of charge if you're able to just come through, show the McDonald's app, and just show some points as well. And not too many, I believe only 2,000 points to get the venue fee waived. So shouts to Gen.G, shouts to McDonald's, just making this event as big as possible and as accessible as possible as well.
That's an important part of it, because can't just appeal to just the top players. It's got to be something that everyone can be part of.
Yeah, and it's always great to see the community. I mean, I don't live in SoCal anymore, but just revisiting, coming back from Hawaii, and catching up with a bunch of old SoCal homies, it's always fun. It's always nice to see some familiar faces, and as well as some newer faces, the newer generation coming through here for SoCal. And I think even though last night Leo was able to take it pretty convincingly, I believe Leo only dropping a singular game in top 8 in last night's tournament, and that last night's tournament was a qualifier as well, so some of the